Ladies and gentlemen, starting that big story tonight, the FIR that has been registered in Manipur. 4 months after the violence that broke out in Manipur, Manipur government has in fact filed an FIR against 3 members of a crowd-funded fact-finding team of the Editors Guild of India, who went to Manipur to look into the media's reportage of the ethnic conflict over allegations that the report that was submitted by the team was false, fabricated and sponsored. The FIR has been filed with Imphal West District Police under several sections of the IPC, including promoting enmity between different groups and using as true such declaration knowing it to be false. The president of Editors Guild of India has also been named in the FIR. The FIR also accused the 4 of trying to create more clashes in the state. But what's even more startling is the fact that the government has made a direct allegation that the Editors Guild of India was essentially working at cahoots with the Kuki militants. We'll try and go across to the editor of Imphal Times to put this into perspective. He's also part of a guild. Rinku, thank you very much for joining us on this special broadcast. Let me quickly get a perspective from you. There are both sides that have come out in the open. What actually surprises is the fact that you have the Chief Minister of the state doing a press conference where he says that this has led to havoc. More such clashes could have actually taken place. You're there on the ground. Give us a sense of how true is what the Chief Minister is saying, and also the report that has been published by the Editors Guild of India, and what impact did it really have on the ground?
Okay. Am I audible? Am I audible? Hello?
Yes. Rinku, go ahead.
Hello?
Please.
Am I audible now?
Please go ahead.
Okay. Actually, let me first clarify the matter regarding the FIR. The government of Manipur, that is the Chief Minister of Manipur, definitely told to a group of media that the government is not happy with the way that the 3 member teams of the Editor Guilds of India are submitting their report. So they are prepared to take up even an FIR against them. But, maybe out of anger they told, but it is not the government who filed the FIR. It is one individual. His name is Nangom Sarat Singh. He is from Sagolman. He filed a complaint to the Imphal police station, and an FIR has been taken up by the police station. That is the reality. It is not the government that has lodged a complaint against the 3 editors and the Editor Guilds of India, but it is an individual who is not happy with the report, who filed the thing. And number 2, to my surprise, it is not a team from the Press Council of India who visited Manipur in connection with the violence to inquire how the media are reporting dealing with this issue. It is a group for Editor Guilds of India. I don't think any sense why and how, what prompted these Editor Guilds of India to come to visit to Manipur and do the report and to inquire the matter. I don't know even if it is their duty or not. If it is their duty or not, I am still confused because, when something like this happens, it is definitely the Press Council of India or either the government of India, some authority, or like the National Human Rights Council, or say the Supreme Court. Already the Supreme Court has commissioned an inquiry committee headed by 3 judges to find out the reality of what has been happening here. And how come these editors come here to find out, the motive behind their visit here should actually be, collecting news and letting it known to the peoples of India. But the way they are gathering here, they come here, they visit here, they submit their report, it's too biased. They are in the 24-page report. I don't find any, factual correct. There are a lot of factual errors in their report when they submit this report. First of all, when you see the photo itself, the photo they put at page number 5, they told that smokes rise from a Kuki house on May 5. Actually, this is a photograph of a forest gate office in Chursampur district. this forest office was burned down on the morning of May 3, before the starting of this, rally against the rally organized by the All Tribal Student Union Manipur. So actually, there are many errors here, I found in the report. And they also straight away give their comment stating that some Meitei people burned down the Kuki centenary, this Anglo-Kuki War centenary gate. When there are still communities trying to find out who burned it out and what prompted people to burn it and who are the main perpetrator of this crime. They simply say that these people are burned because on that day, as per my report, as per our journalist report, we went there. Our journalists went there, and we were also somewhere in the close proximity of the area. The journalists were not allowed to enter there. Some people, halted them and alleged them of burning the centenary gang. When they also do not know who burned it. It is still, a big question, who is doing this? When people are still on, trying to find out what are the reasons and who are doing all these kind of things, then how can these three persons who represent the individuals of India simply tell directly that it is the Meitei people who burn it? Maybe Meitei or the Kuki, it doesn't matter, but some people burn it differently, or otherwise who could have done it, but the motive may be different. And they cannot simply put this word here in the report. This is, a complete biased report.
Right.
And there are also several things that is not, how can they say that this violence has been, started by the Meitei people? How can they tell that when the Supreme Court still cannot find it out, and the Supreme Court is commissioning judges to inquire who started this, how it happened.
Right.
It's the process. There is a process, and there is a commission who is, at
least three counts.
Inquiry over this incident. Then I don't know what rights, who give them right to tell this kind of words. No, they are. Indeed, they are.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right when you're essentially saying that the matter is sub judice. The matter is sub judice, and as I understand from what you just pointed out, at least on three count, they've completely got it wrong. Their incorrect version that has been put out as a report. Let me just quickly take another word from you. As per the FIR, it appears, at least the allegation that has been leveled, is that they were basically putting out the version of the Kuki militants. I'm just quoting the FIR. You there on the ground. What is the sense that you get? Is that allegation that they have leveled, does it cross the line?
Can you please repeat? Your question?
In the Riku, the FIR makes a mention that those who were on the ground as part of the Editors Guild of India essentially were putting out the version of the Kuki militants. You there on the ground. Give us a sense of that. Do you believe that this allegation that has been leveled, it stands the scrutiny of the court?
Actually, it's their view. Right at the moment, there are many reasons behind this violence, how it sparked out. There where, they are blaming that, in their report, they straight away mentioned that, the anger has been created to the Kuki community because the government has been targeting them since a very long time, and then they are driving out evicting out from the reserve forest land. Even they have also mentioned about Hill Area Committee Act. There is no such Hill Area Committee Act. They didn't go cross-check about that matter. It is a committee. It was formed under the Article 371C. So. Actually, when they said that it is, that they haven't, that the action of the government has provoked the Kuki militant, it seems like that the government has been targeting only on the Kuki side. In reality, what happened is that 20 to 30 houses of the Meitei communities who have, enclosed the reserve forest land in Thoubal district, they have also been evicted some months before this incident happened. And there were a lot of protests. So when it comes about the Kuki militants,
right.
they use these Kuki militants, they are under suspension of operation with the government of India.
Right.
They have they have good connection with the public because they are with guns. They are having guns and they have power. They can influence even during the election times also. So definitely, their connection with this incident, we can suggest that you can assume it can be a conspiracy theory. It may not be true, or it may be true also. Because the way they act,
so that requires a thorough investigation. I think so. It would be inappropriate to make any sort of accusation at this point in time. But the fact of the matter is, thank you very much, Rinku, for at least highlighting where the report actually went wrong. And that becomes extremely crucial in a sensitive matter like this, especially if facts have been completely misrepresented. Shifting focus now to another story that we are focusing at this hour, coming in